What up, everybody? Welcome back to Way of the Hunter. And for me, this is the last evening of early access. For you guys, by the time you see this, the new map will have been out for at least a few days. Hope you all are enjoying these early access videos. And today, I wanted to kind of go through and give kind of my final early access review of the map while I am trying to complete some missions. But if you do find yourself enjoying Way of the Hunter, I would appreciate it if you would click on that like button. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel, as both of those things do help me out. Lets me know you guys want to see more of this kind of content, and also helps with that YouTube algorithm. But for now, let's go ahead and dive in, and let's talk about the new map, Lintukoto. So first of all, when you first load in, of course, the first thing you're going to see is the new map. And of course, when you look at the map, you're going to see basically this area. And you can tell that there's quite a few different regions. You have the swamplands up and through here. You have kind of the foresty range all throughout, and you have some mountains. And as you play, you see that the map is as we would come to expect with a Way of the Hunter game. The map is very gorgeous. They did a great job, in my opinion, of putting the map itself together. And when you talk about just the map and the different climates, the different regions, and everything that the map has to offer as far as that part of it goes, I would say that they pretty much knocked it out of the park. But again, this is just for the map itself. You don't get a map on Way of the Hunter for just the scenery. Like I said, it is a very nice map in that regards, but what you ultimately want out of a new map is the animals. What kind of species does the map offer that would make you want to keep coming to this map and keep playing it? And as discussed previously, the map itself, and there's going to be some chatter. Oh, maybe not. Okay, and I don't have to do it here. Good. So let's jump into our UTV and talk about the animals. As discussed, the animals on this map, in my opinion, leaves a lot to be desired. First of all, the Nine Rock Games, the developers, did announce that for this new map, there are no new fur variations. And the other thing, that a lot of people have been asking for is antler variations. And they have told us that neither of those things are going to happen this time. As I'm going to launch it over some trees just for fun. But let's go ahead and go over this way, clear up some more of the map. So yeah, no new rare fur variations, no new antler variations. And although there are 19 animals on this map, and there are technically 5 new animals on this map. Again, in my opinion, the animal list doesn't really give me any reason to want to come back and hunt this map on a regular basis. And let's pop in here real quick and we'll go through the animal list. So as you go look at the animal list, we have the Arctic fox, which is technically a new animal. But when you look at the Arctic fox, it's basically just a reskin of the red fox. And while I do find the white fur appeasing, or not appeasing, desirable, it's not something that I would want to hunt on a regular basis. Then we have the brown bear, which of course is not new, and the Eurasian badger, which is on the Transylvania map. We have the Eurasian moose, which is technically new, but it again is basically just a reskin of the previous moose that are in Nez Perce and Aurora Shores. So in my opinion, nothing to get really excited about. We have the Eurasian wolverine, which is a new animal. And I think they did a pretty good job, although right now it's looking a little blasé through this camera. But again, the wolverine is not something that I would want to grind, so to speak. The European hare, the European rabbit are all reused animals, as is the fallow deer, the gray wolf, the gray lag goose, the mouflon. The mountain reindeer is technically new, but it's basically, as I've mentioned before, it's basically a reskin of the reindeer that's on Aurora Shores with some slight modifications. But again, nothing to get extremely excited about. The northern lynx is technically new, but again, it is a reskin of the lynx that is on, I believe it's on Transylvania. So again, nothing to get extremely excited about. The pheasant, the red deer, the red fox, the roe deer, wild boar, wild duck is the full list of animals. And so, like I was saying, there's really nothing there for me or anybody else to really hunt and grind that's more or less not available on any other map. So that again doesn't really give me any real reason to want to play this map over any others. And then there's the other reason that you would come to play a map would be for the story. And although I have not quite finished the story just yet, I may have finished it by the time this video comes out. I've got a few other videos that are in progress that I'm trying to finish up tonight while I'm on early access. And one of them is, in fact, the missions. But anyways, we do know that the story does have two endings. And from what I understand, those endings are based off of your decisions. Which I think that is very cool. I like it when games have multiple endings that are determined based off of your actions or your decisions. So without knowing what the story, how the story is going to actually end, I'm a little bit excited about that because for that reason. And then along those lines, the Whispers, which that video should already be out by the time you guys see this. I thought the Whispers portion of the story was awesome. I love that. Again, for basically the same reason. You determine how it is going to go. And then based off of your decisions, that you end up getting different outcomes, so to speak. And we're going to shoot that reindeer just because I want to shoot something. But anyway, so yeah, the Whispers portion of it. Loved it. Want more of it. Understand why it was as short as what it was. But yeah, so the Whispers I really enjoyed. The next thing in regards to we'll go to just the DLC portion of it. The ammo change. I know a lot of people have been asking for, pushing for the ammo change. And we now have that. And there are aspects of the ammo change that I like. There are aspects of the ammo change that I don't like. The biggest thing that I don't like is that it seems, in my opinion, that some of the ammo has been nerfed, which means that there's going to be a period of time where we are going to have to relearn what the ammo is going to be able to do as far as takedowns are concerned. There have been many instances during early access in which I have shot an animal and was sure that I had a kill shot, only to find that I really didn't do anything to it. So I'm a little concerned that the longer shots that I like to do from time to time are even more unlikely to create a kill. So that's the next thing. The new rifle, which when I get up here to the UTV, I will jump into the trunk and get that out. Just going to go ahead and run. So the new rifle is the Remington 700 CDL, which, as you see, is a 30-06 Springfield Tier 5 weapon. And when I compare that to other Tier 5 weapons, I'm left a little unimpressed. I feel like some of the... And we got a young fallow deer. And I'm really hoping that it has been fixed. Oh, there's a 4-star duck in there somewhere. At least in this case, they are flying around instead of in circles. But anyways, back to what I was originally thinking. The Remington 700 CDL rifle, in my opinion, seemed a little underpowered compared to other Tier 5 rifles. And because of that, it seems to me like it would be a weapon that I'm likely not going to be using on a regular basis, especially considering that my loadout of choice is typically a Tier 6 rifle and a bow. That allows me to take out 1 through 6. But some of you may find it fitting to your needs. So then there's also the new weapon that you get when you complete the story. Obviously, since I have not yet completed the story, I cannot really give any opinion on that. So I'm going to reserve my opinion there. Yeah, so anyways, guys, in kind of a review conclusion, again, I give the map itself an A because, again, I feel that they knocked out the scenery. The map itself looks really awesome. But when it comes to the animals, as you see some wolves running off there, when it comes to the animals, I'm underwhelmed and would give the animals likely an F. That's what we would come to the map. That's the reason that we would come to the map. And with them not really introducing anything really new, there's just no reason to keep playing this. There's no replayability factor, and so that for that reason, I would give the new update an F when it comes to the animals. For the story, again, technically the story is not complete. I still have at least this one mission that I'm currently working on left for the story. I think that this is probably the last story mission. But yeah, so the story so far is kind of meh. I have not been impressed with the story so far. As I stated, I do like the fact that apparently there is going to be some action or decision that we are going to have to do at some point during the story that is going to alter how the story ends. And so that part of it I like. So at this point, I'm going to give the story a C, just based off of what little bit I do know about the story. Unless there is something that happens later in the story to knock my socks off, I'm going to be, again, just kind of on the story. Because I was really hoping for something like what we had at Matariki. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to take a moment here to humble brag in that I had early access on Matariki Park as well. And of the content creators who had early access, I was actually the first person to find and shoot Ghost. I know this because when I posted a picture in the Discord, every single content creator was reaching out to me wanting to know how I found it, what were the circumstances, where I found it. They wanted all the details so that way they could also go and get Ghosts. And so far, I have not seen anything that would drive that. You know, there's nothing on the story to get overly excited about. If you have seen these video with the story missions so far, there is this discussion about a reindeer with a lantern on its antlers. Something like that might be exciting if we get to hunt that, but it's no Ghost, if I'm being perfectly honest. You know, with Ghost was prevalent in the story mission, making several appearances during cutscenes, and so far we have not seen this reindeer. So there's nothing to get real excited about as of yet. But again, that could change. We'll have to wait and see. So for the story, I'm going to give the story, like I said, about a C. The Whispers. Again, I thought the Whispers were awesome. And the ability to choose what the Whisper was going to be going forward, I thought was awesome. Ooh. Oh, I got the Remington 700. I need to change it. So the Whispers I thought was awesome. But again, you don't really, I mean, you do come for the story, but ultimately the story's only going to take you so far. After that, it's going to be the animals. And as I stated earlier, the animals are kind of lacking on this map. So for the Whispers, I would give the Whispers a B plus, we'll say. Again, I enjoyed it. It was rather short. It was fairly easy to complete. Oh, there they all are. It was fairly easy to complete, and so I enjoyed it, but I mean, I would ultimately only give the Whispers a B because you ultimately come to the map for the hunting, and this map didn't really have that. The ammo change, while I thought the idea was a hit, the execution, I'm going to grade it a little easy right now, simply because I have not done enough experimentation on the ammo change to really fully understand the effects of the ammo change. So for the concept of the ammo change, I'm going to give it a B as well. Subject to change if depending on what I find out later on in regards to the ammo change. So as far as like an overall score on the new map and DLC, honestly, I'm gonna have to give the overall DLC maybe a C, but it's going to be a disappointing C. How am I missing those? How am I missing that? There we go. So yeah, overall, I give this DLC a C, but I don't really see it as a map that people are going to keep coming and playing. I'm not so sure that this map is going to satisfy people's needs to keep playing this.
You got the hairs?
Yes.
So
The truth is, he prepares the animals for winter, and when the winter time comes, the light in his lantern shines.
He still has some time left, then.
A lot. Thanks for keeping me company on this long-distance hunt. The walkie-talkie made the solitude bearable.
okay, so I wanted to allow them to talk before I continued on, and I can see that there's another story mission which I will get to in one of my other videos that I'm currently working on. But yeah, so basically to kind of conclude things here, I really do feel that on this particular map in DLC, on this particular map in DLC, they missed. I still enjoy this game, but was really finding it difficult to grind because of the fact that I was hunting the exact same animals every single day. And it just became kind of unbearable to even, to continue playing. And as I am stating, that this map does not, in my opinion, ease any of that boredom, tiredness, whatever you want to say. I'm not seeing anything in here that makes me want to grind, so to speak. So, anyways, yeah, as far as this map's concerned, I don't foresee myself playing this every single day or even every single week. I will be playing it, but just not as frequently as Tickamoon Plains or Matariki Park. But anyways, if you guys did find yourself enjoying this, I would appreciate it if you would click on that like button. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And I'm going to shoot that mouflon and go get it. But while I'm going and getting it, I will talk to you all next time. And I hope you guys enjoy the map to some extent at least. And if you disagree with my opinions, feel free to leave a comment. And like I said, I will talk to you guys all next time.